Hey everyone, and welcome to this afternoon's webinar. My name's Christian Starkey. I am the Pro Experience Manager at OpenSolar here in Australia, based in Sydney. Really looking forward to today's webinar. I'm joined by Mark Kibbe from LG Electronics, and Mark will be giving us a presentation on the new NeON H panel that's just hit the market. So it's super exciting. We'll be introducing that to you. And I'll also be running us through a software demo of the OpenSolar platform and how you can quote and design with that NeON H panel in your OpenSolar account. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over now to Mark, and he will take us through the presentation on the NeON H. If you have any questions throughout the session today, guys, feel free to pop them in the chat box in the webinar area there. We can answer as we go along. I can type back some responses to you while Mark is talking, or we can do a bit of live Q&A at the end as well. All right. Thanks, everyone, and over to you now, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Christian. Thank you very much for your attendance today. I don't know if you can see behind me. It's a very grey day. So in Solar Talk, that's a great N-type technology day. Lots of power being generated by LG modules today. Plug, plug, plug. I apologise in advance for my accent. I am from New Zealand originally, so I'm not worried if you need repeating of certain things. No problem at all. But look, thank you very much for your time. I realise that your time is really valuable, so thank you for joining us today, and thanks to Christian and OpenSolar for hosting this event. We're very excited about the NeON H range. It's a new buzz for us. It's been a while in the making, but we were delighted to just give you, I guess, this is not designed as a comprehensive training tool. It's really just an oversight about the NeON H, the family of NeON H. Welcome to get more detail. You can contact me personally and get more detail about the range and what everything does. But one thing you are going to hear a bit more about the NeON H range is that the NeON H PV is a panel built to perform and a panel built to last. So that's a really central key theme that will be running through a lot of the presentations, a lot of marketing material going forward. Built to perform, built to last. So NeON H builds on the innovative NeON 2 N-type cell technology, which again excels under low light conditions. And there is a lot less LID when compared to typical P-type cell technology. So LG's N-type NeON H, what's different about it compared to NeON 2? Well, we use a slightly larger cell called an M6 cell, which has been half cut, as opposed to the NeON single cell, which is an M4 Plus. So we've got 9 buzz bars, which have been developed to optimize half cut cell performance efficiency. We still use LG's cello technology, which has been employed on the NeON H, which reduces electrical losses and spreads the current nice and evenly across the cell. So all H series cells are manufactured in Korea. However, the assembly now has transferred to Vietnam for small format modules and for large format modules in the Black Range, China. So the move for PV module assembly outside Korea is just simply acknowledgement that Korea is really a first world country. It's got an employment wages similar to Australia and developed world. So to get a long-term, I guess, price path stability and looking for long-term competitive nature of the product, we've made that strategic decision. But in summary, the cells on all the NeON H series will be continued to be manufactured in Korea. The LG module remains lightweight, one of the lightest modules in the industry at 18.5 kilograms. This is for the NeON H 120 half cut. So LG continues to have one of the thinnest glass makes in the marketplace. So this makes it obviously great from an installer point of view. It's lighter to lift. And the thinner glass, of course, is the added benefit that more power can actually get through the thinner glass. So it has that double barrel benefit. So all these attributes I've talked about really lift up the watt class of the NeON H. So the new family of products, which I'll sort of introduce just very generally, is we've got the standard stock NeON 120 half cut. Now the watch size is going up from the traditional 350 to 365 in the NeON 2. Now it's lifting up to 370 to 385, so about a 20 watt increase. And this is obviously the popular panel of choice in the residential market play. There's also a 370 watt now all black NeON H. So that's great from an STC sweet spot point of view, and that's from the NeON 2, which is at 350 now, we're up to 370. So a very attractive looking panel, you know, particularly when people see it from a client point of view. It's all black back sheet, stunning module, just a little bit more in price, but aesthetically really good. So great for that high end, for those houses that perhaps just need a little bit of bling. The NeON black 120 cell is the way to go. So we also have a.
Hey Mark, I was going to bring up the slides for you as well if you want to talk to those slides as we run through.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I haven't really got the slide but yet because I'm just spreading on, but I'll put the slides up now, no problem.
I'll let you carry on. Do your thing. Sorry to interrupt.
Can you see it, Christian?
Hasn't come up just yet. But yeah, if you need me to, I'm happy to just share them for you.
Maybe if you could just share them for me, I'll just.
I will. Yep, sure. Yeah, you carry on.
So I'll carry on with that. Beautiful. So yeah, we can just stay on slide 1. That's fine. So I guess we've gone through the NeON bifacial. So there's a bifacial in the small format and large format. Very popular from an architectural point of view, from carports. It probably is more of a niche product, but with the N-type, obviously you have that bifaciality characteristic, so it lends itself quite well to bifaciality. We also have a 450 watt module, which is now the NeON H, the large format module. So that's changed from a 420 to a 450. So for those commercial builds, quite an attractive module in that space. So I've talked, I guess, about the attributes, and now we'll dive into the bits and pieces around built to perform and built to last. But now I'd like to touch a little bit on LG. So as a global entity, LG has been around for 62 years. So it has a very strong pedigree in manufacturing and quality consumer electronics. And moreover, LG has been involved in the development of PV for 30 plus years. So LG has had a presence in Australia for nearly 3 decades, and there are more than 300 people employed out of offices in Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, and Perth. So when a customer purchases a LG PV module, they have peace of mind that it is supported, and in the unlikely event of an issue, we'll have their back for assistance. So LG Solar is a part of LG Electronics, so there is a clear and simple warranty. So we recognise that as time goes on, other competitors with warranties, they will keep increasing their warranty compared to ours, or catching up with ours. But we just suggest that whatever they promise is tempered with an adequate due diligence, that what they say they can deliver, they can do with local support. So perhaps, Christian, if you want to flip to the next slide, we can go through that. I think we can flip again, thanks. Yep, so what I'm going to do is really just cut to the chase. These are all the key aspects that are actually attached to the data sheet. Now, the data sheets, as I understand it, they haven't been released yet. They'll be on our webpage, but I believe it'll be about another week until these data sheets are freely available. But within the data sheet itself, it goes through these points which I'm going to go through now and just elaborate in a little bit more detail. So we've got we know the NeON N-type excels well under low light conditions. So we're talking more performance early morning, late afternoon, on very dull days like we have in Sydney today. It excels in giving that additional performance that you won't get with P-type. So what that means is that the N-type is a lot more sympathetic to its orientation and pitch. So it can really suck the maximum amount of power out of low light conditions. So it can be in positions where P-type can't be. And as I said before, N-type has got great bifacial characteristics because it can get power from both the back and the front when you have a transparent back sheet. You've got a lower operating temperature. Nothing kills modules more than just having high operating conditions. We know in Australia that it's a very hot environment. So we inherently, our modules run at a lower operating temperature. So from that point of view, they maximize the amount of energy generation, and they protect the modules from excess heat, which is a really killer in actually reducing the life of a module. We've got an enhanced performance warranty. So we're over 90%. We're 90.6% over the 25-year period. So a less than 10% reduction over a 25-year period. So what that means is the client is not just simply buying a single price, comparing an apple with apple. They're comparing a block of power over 25 years. So our block of power over 25 years is warranted at a much higher rate than a lot of the standard competitors. We use shallow technology, which lowers electrical resistance and increases panel efficiency. That gives increased power generation. We have higher output with our glass, which is H-tar glass, which basically has a higher transmittance through it from a light point of view. So that gives you additional generation through that glass technology. We're also proven in the field DNVGL, which is a very large, globally renowned organisation that does due diligence on panels, independently tested our modules, and we came out as a top performing model in that 1 year plus test. We also have lower LID, so that means that when you obviously buy a panel, there is that initial LID and then a trailing LID over the length of the time. We have an industry leading low LID, which means more power over the lifetime of the product. We also have reduced power loss. We've engineered thinner finger electrodes, and we've improved the shallow contact. Next page, please, Christian. So hail resistance. Now, it's the sort of thing that people don't really put a lot of account into, but Australia can have quite a lot of hail impact, particularly up in Queensland, where I used to live. There was a lot of damage. So we at LG test with an ice pellet of 35 millimeters as opposed to an average standard of 25 millimeters. So what that means is that our panels are tested to a lot higher resistance. So typically when a hail event does occur, we find that it's not going to totally prevent obviously damage, but we have got a bit more robustness against hail impact. So this is really just part of our story, is that we have a warranty of 25 years, and we really want to make sure that our modules fit the grade and do perform over the lifetime of that 25 years. Because LG as an entity is a $160 billion sort of business. The electronic part of that business is around $55 billion. So we're on the hook for that, because LG Solar is part of LG Electronics. So as such, if you buy a refrigerator or if you buy a microwave or an LG PV module, it's all part of the same group, all part of the same entity. Our brand reputation is on the line. So we want to make sure that our products go the distance. So we have a 25-year product and performance warranty. So LG Australia is the warrantor. So you have a single line of contact through to LG Electronics. This is important to know, that from a consumer peace of mind, you can pick up the phone, you can talk to someone locally. We've got 300 plus support staff in our office, so that gives great sort of peace of mind. Now, the module is built to last. So as I mentioned before, we've got extensive testing in the field. which, in some respects, are double or triple the IEC standard. So thermal cycling, where we basically put it in a chamber and basically simulate climate up and down, we're 3 times the cycle of the standard IEC. So it's 600 cycles versus 200 in IEC. Damp heat, again, we're double, 2,000 hours versus 1,000 hours. So again, testing a module above standard sort of benchmark measurements. In QA, obviously we're a manufacturer, global manufacturer. We have a lot of factories all over the world, so we need to have a consistency in our QA process. So we've adopted a lot of the Six Sigma techniques in terms of manufacturing. So you can be sort of guaranteed that a module or a refrigerator or whatever component, wherever it's produced at the same quality, because it's got our brand and our logo and our reputation behind it. In Australia, there's a lot of modules going into coastal locations, and salt mist is at play in a lot of these installations. So the LG module has come through a severity 6 salt mist score, which is the highest score on the scale. So this test is specifically for environments where there are frequent changing from a salt-laden conditions to a dry atmosphere, and that's typically a lot of Australia. So in that respect, it's a robust sound module that can basically do the distance under those conditions. And it also has passed the ammonia test, which is quite important when you go out to rural and agricultural sort of areas. We've got high wind load resistance. So we have a double walled frame for a start. So we can withstand wind loads of 4,000 PA. That's on the 370 module. We also have 60 years plus manufacturing experience. So we have a lot of global experience and expertise. I mean, one thing just to bear in mind is, in Eastern Creek, where I am at the moment, in the warehouse, there is a warranty spares for every single PV module that's been produced by LG in the last 10 years. So I guess that's a manufacturing oversight. We have to make provision for this for other products, for refrigerators, air conditioning, and so forth. Clients expect that they can get a component that's broken for whatever reason, and under a warranty, they can get that with LG. So I believe that's a service that no other manufacturer would actually offer in Australia. So that just gives an indication of the care and attention that LG have to its sort of customers. So you've got that peace of mind. At the end of the day, with warranty, I guess, with a stroke of a pen, anyone can have a long warranty. But I guess with LG, what you've got is a peace of mind that if there is a fault or in the unlikely event of fault or failure in a few years' time, there will be someone on the phone that can answer your inquiry and get back to you. So I guess in summary, LG holds a significant number of N-type patents, providing the opportunity for more innovation, and that's more sustainability. So our high efficiency NeON H is the next generation of LG solar modules, and that's all underpinned by a 25-year warranty and local sales support. So we believe this range of modules gives peace of mind, both to installers and end customers, and provides stability and sustainability in the marketplace. So that concludes my presentation. It's been a quick clip, but I'm open for questions, and I really thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you for the presentation, Mark. That was really, really cool. I've seen just one question come through there in the chat box. If you just want to respond to Maddie, you can just maybe type a response back, or we can discuss it at the end. Yeah, I guess without further ado, I will now just switch the screen share over to myself, and I'll present a little bit on OpenSolar and walk you guys through the software.
So all right, thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you for the opportunity, Christian. Thank you. Bye.
All good. Okay, you should be able to see that now, guys. So OpenSolar, I guess a lot of you will probably already have OpenSolar accounts. If you're just brand new to OpenSolar, we're a completely free and end-to-end solar software for the solar business like yourself. In here, you can create projects, generate leads, design systems. You have a really great online and PDF quoting tool that you can send out to your customer, and you can also accept payment through the OpenSolar app as well. So fully end-to-end in that sense. And if you want to get started, you can just jump into opensolar.com and then just click register. It's completely free, just takes 20 seconds to put in a few details here, and then you'll get up and running straight away. We have a little tutorial video to welcome you in there. So I thought I'd just start today on this My Energy page. So you'll notice down the bottom here, we have 4 different zones of the app. And the My Energy page here is what your customer is going to see when you send out their quote. So I've just designed a system here, residential one in Sydney. We're focusing, of course, on the NeON H panel from LG today, which is really exciting. And yeah, I thought I'd just run you through it from the customer's eyes so you get a bit of an idea about the end product that OpenSolar has to offer, and show you kind of some of the cool features that this online proposal has to offer as well. So you notice on the side here, it being an online proposal that you send out via email, you're able to click between the different system options like this. And as you're clicking between those different options, you notice that all of the content and the charts and whatnot throughout the proposal will be updated. So something cool to note here is the NeON H370 panel. So if I just zoom in a little bit here, you can see the content that it comes with. We get a nice image of the panel here. We get the LG logo, of course. And then we've also got a video that will come up. And this video is, an LG solar video. We've also got a detailed brochure here, specifically on the NeON H panel as well. So all this great and really informative information for your customer. And you've also, of course, got the spec sheet there provided as well. So it's one of the benefits about having LG as an exhibitor on OpenSolar with their panels. You get access to all this great content. And so if we compare that to another system without the exhibit content, you'll notice here it just appears like this. So you can still use it from our database, of course, but it won't come up with that nice selling content. And it's something that the installers have told me a lot of times as well, as it helps them sell better, having all of that nice extra information, and just makes the proposal a little bit more appealing as well. So as we scroll down here, we've got a few different sections. The system performance, once again, comparing between the different options is really handy here. Nice and easy to just toggle between those. You've also got this daily profile for the keen customers. You can show here, the battery charging up through the morning time, discharging through the evening, and you've got that, that profile throughout the different seasons here as well, which is cool. So that's something that can be switched on and off. And you notice on this system, I've just added a power wall in, so it's got a battery in there as well. Coming further down, we've got the environmental benefits. We've also got how your system works. And this is also great, toggling between them, can show them the battery and how that's interacting with solar, their home, and the grid too. We've also got the bill savings table here, and once again, comparing all of that. And then also here some custom information that I put in. So OpenSolar is completely white label, and that meaning you can rebrand this. You're going to put your logo on this proposal. You can put in all of your own, best-selling content that you like. I just put in a few example testimonials here about what our customers would be saying, and I've also included an image of like a past install, for example, as well. So you have a few different content blocks where you can rearrange and spice up this proposal to really make it your own. And I've seen a lot of installers do quite amazing things with the proposal customization, which is awesome. Coming down a bit further, we've got the financial impact and then the quotation table here with the ability to download the proposal as a PDF document as well. So you can just generate a PDF and send it to them, via email as an attachment. I think it's really handy, to be honest, to send it as an online version because it allows them to check out those different options nice and easily. And they can actually, as well with this online version, accept and pay a deposit here. So you'll notice if I select, this option, we can toggle down. We've got a cash bank transfer option, which is great here. And that's integrated with Stripe. If you want to set that up for credit card payments, you can do that. Or you can just simply put in your bank details for the deposit amount here. You'll also have your terms and conditions included in here as well. So they're effectively signing off on your contract when they put in their signature here. You've also got the ability to offer your customer finance. We've got this great integration, which is relatively new with Plenty for residential solar finance. That's really cool. It allows your customer to apply for the finance directly through this My Energy page, which is great. We've got great feedback on that so far. It just streamlines that whole process, so they don't have to go into Plenty and apply separately. They can do it right here on this page. And the beauty of it as well is that you'll get a notification, firstly when they open the proposal, but also when they open this finance window and when they want to go through to apply for it. So that means you could just give them a quick call and walk them through that process as well. We also got some extra training videos that focus on the finance side of OpenSolar, if you want to get up to speed there too. So yeah, I thought I'd just start off on this page to give you guys a quick overview of the end product. But now let's just jump into this control zone at the bottom right. And I'm going to show you how you can set up the LG content in your account. So this control area here is only for the administrators of the account. It's effectively where you're doing all of your account setup. You're putting in your company information, you're setting up your pricing, your payment options, all of the different hardware you're using, as well as your terms and conditions and your proposal templates that you want to select between. So to set up the LG NeON H panels, you want to come into Design and Hardware here, then just hop into Modules, and you can click on Create here at the top right. And this allows you to search our database for all the different panels. So all you need to do then is just type in the module code. So whatever it might be, I think this one, LG 380 N1C-E6, I believe. Yep. And then you can just select it there from this list. You can review the specs if you need to for any reason. You'll notice the warranties, the 25-year warranties are automatically loaded in there for you as well. And you can also just put in the cost of this panel to use, so the buying price for you guys. And that will be factored then into your margin and your cost breakdown of each project when you're designing. So yeah, if you just hit save, then it will load it into your active list of panels. So if I just return here to my list, you can see it's just added in like this in the top of my active list of modules. And these are the ones I'm using on a regular basis. So if we just jump back now to this project zone, might be good to just walk you guys through, end to end. Let's create a project together. We can do a design and then just pop out a quick proposal. So the way we do it here is just jump into this project zone. This is where you'd be, managing your list of projects, all of kind of the CRM functionality, putting in your customer details, contacting them, logging in any sales and service information, things like that. You'll see here my project list. You can star favorite them. You can, call, text, and email your customers from the OpenSolar app as well. And that's really handy if you want to download OpenSolar for the mobile version, on your smartphone or your tablet devices. You can give them a call while you're on the road, which is nice. You can also add in filters here and filter on a range of different bases, such as, you might have projects with certain actions completed and others without actions completed. So you can apply multiple filters at the same time. And once you've got a short list there of the projects, you can actually download all of the information from that short list of projects by clicking this button here. And so that will just export all of that into a CSV file. You can run any external reporting and things like that. So let's create a new project together at the top right here. We can put in our address. We're just going to take this easy one I've been using in Sydney here. And then we can select residential or commercial. We can also put in any contact details here as well. So let's just put in some fake details. Cool. And then we can go straight through to create and design, or we can create and view. So if we just click on create and view, it takes us into the project page of that specific project. So if we were to effectively click on the address, it would take us into this page from that project list screen that we're on before. And in here, you might want to put in a few details before you go into the designing area, such as any sales and service details. You can assign team members to jobs. You can plan in activities. You can put in your customer's energy usage as well, which is really handy if you want to calculate the savings accurately, of course. And then on the right-hand side, you can put in their utility rate that they're currently on. We got a massive database of utility rates to select from there. And you can also upload any files to this job at the bottom here as well. So this is kind of like the job management area of the app. And then if you jump through then to this studio zone, this is where we'd be doing our solar designing. So you can see here, it just loads in using Google Maps. We also have an integration with NeoMap as well. If you want to, get the most high definition aerial imagery instead of satellite imagery, you can upgrade your OpenSolar account to NeoMap on OpenSolar, and effectively just have all their imagery loaded in automatically, which is really nice. But if you like, sticking with Google, that's fine. You can also select from a range of different mapping options down the bottom left here by clicking over on the left toolbar and, choosing. We have some state-based mapping options, such as 6 maps for New South Wales and location South Australia for South Oz. So you have a few different choices there as well. Now let's go over here on the left-hand toolbar and just select our panel type. So we click on select, and then we can choose the panel from our active list here, which I just put in. So if I just go LG 380, it should just come up. We want to choose this one, E6, which is the NeON H panel. That will now get loaded in, and we're ready to design with that. So the next step is just simply clicking on this plus panel group and then just dragging them along the roof like this. You'll notice as I release the panel group there, we have the azimuth over here, 306 degrees. That's actually indicated by this small yellow line just coming out from the panels here. So facing in like a northwesterly direction there. And then you can add in any additional panels in these surrounding boxes here. You can also just adjust the azimuth with these arrows, or you can change the number. You can also set the slope of the roof there if you know the exact pitch. We just give you a default of 20 degrees. That's kind of assumed, but yeah, feel free to go and adjust that as well. And then if you want to add in any other panel groups, you can click on this button up here, just plus again, and then simply just clicking and dragging along the roof like so. Cool. So we've just got 2 panel groups in there now, both with 10 panels, 7.6 kilowatts. The next thing then would be just putting in your inverter simply by clicking plus. Once again, clicking select there just allows you to change your inverter type. You can also choose one from the database as well. And if you want to add in a battery, you can do that too. I think what's great as well with OpenSolar is just the ease of adding different options for your customer. So at the top here, you might want to plus system and just duplicate it. And then over here, we might give them a separate option. It might be a smaller system size, or it might have a battery or something. So in this case, let's just add in a battery. We'll click on plus battery. And then once again, just selecting a battery from this list here. So we can take any one of these. Maybe we'll just take this Iguana one as the example. And then just retitling our system at the top as well. So let's just go NeON H plus battery. And then we'll just call this one NeON H Solar. So pretty simple titles there, but you get the idea. You can change that up, and you can create as many options as you like, really, for your customer to select between, which is great. And then coming down a little bit further here on the left, you have your pricing and your payment options. So there's various different ways to calculate the price in OpenSolar. I've set up a few different schemes here, such as price per watt. I've also got a few markup schemes set up there, which take into account all of the costs of my business. And those costs are actually pulled from this control zone, which we'll just touch on in a moment. And so they all get calculated in here, and it marks it up on a percentage that you've indicated there. So right now, we're just taking a price per watt here. And then for this one, taking a price per watt as well. So obviously adding in the price per kilowatt hour of the battery into that. We've also got the incentive included here. So the STC will get calculated automatically based on the the postcode and the system size. So that should be all good. And then you can further include your payment options here as well. So you can see I've got a cash option, but if I want to, I can click on override here and select one of the other ones from my list. Cash was just my default one, but I might want to choose here one of the plenty loans again. If it's a commercial job and I want to give them finance, I can go with Energy Ease because that's one of our other finance integrations as well. And like I said, there's lots of documentation about this in our help center and on our YouTube channel. You can learn more about some of those finance integrations. Cool. So we've got our two options now. We can then just maybe zoom out here. This little white box is what the customer is going to see when you send out their proposal. You might also want to show them a different view of the home. So we could switch over to this south view, perhaps down here. You'll notice the panels are a little bit misaligned. And all we need to do in that case is just click this align button down there and then just line up the panels with the roof here. So moving the panels here aren't going to affect the calculations or anything. It's simply just readjusting the map to get it to look correct there. And then on the left, we just want to click on show customer. And that will then be presented on the proposal as well. Great. So that's a bit of a wrap on the studio zone. Now let's just hop back into My Energy here, and we should have a proposal. So took us maybe 4 minutes there to run through, creating the project and designing it. It's really, really quick process. Once you get your account set up, obviously I'm talking through it, so we're going a little bit slower than normal, but it really is a 2-minute quoting process. And especially if you've got lead generation linked into your account as well, the project will flow in automatically from your website or wherever they're filling in those leads, and then they'll be imported, and you can just start designing straight away. So it's a super quick process, which is great. And yep, now we have it. Our two options, the solar and battery versions there, and with all the great NeON H content displayed as well. Cool. So pretty much wrapping up now, we'll just hop quickly into the control zone. And this is, like I said before, where you do all of your account setup. In here, you can start off in this company area, fill in your company information, some team members. You might want to set up your workflow as well for your business in this project actions and tags area. And that's really handy to manage your CRM. So I'd definitely recommend setting that up as well. You've got your pricing and your payment options in here. And you can also enter all of the costs of your business in this cost information list, as well as the cost of all the hardware within this within these different hardware categories here as well. And then just lastly, on this purchase experience area, this is everything that relates to your customers. So the proposal template is the proposal that they're going to see when you send it out to them. You can create multiple different templates in there. You'll see here I've got a residential one, I've got a commercial one. I've got one, specifically tailored for LG and so on. So you might want to create different templates to suit your customers' needs, which is nice. And then you've also got your contract templates as well here. So you can create various different contracts and offer them too, depending on the customer at hand. Just to wrap up, we've got this support button at the bottom right. So if you want to learn more about OpenSolar, you want to get in touch with me and have a training call or with one of my colleagues, you can book in a call with us by clicking this button here. That just links to our calendar, or you can join our weekly webinar series where I just run a general kind of training of the entire platform 3 times a week. And so we have like a Monday session that is an overview, then a Wednesday, which deep dives into the design aspects, and then a Thursday session, which is all about your account setup. So I highly recommend getting onto those webinars as well. And then of course, we've got our help center here with all of the training material. We've got short videos and everything to help you guys get set up as quick and easy as possible. So yeah, I hope that was all clear. Like I said, if you have any other questions, you can also just email support@opensolar.com to get in touch with us too. And I guess now I will hand it over for Q&A. Let's just, we'll see if any questions have come through yet. Yes, okay, cool. So we've got a question come through here from Kath, and thank you for that, Kath. Kath, I will just share my screen again quickly and run through what I meant by that. So if I'm in here in this control area, what you can do essentially is set up a lead capture form within this other area, and you just go to lead capture forms. You can create a lead capture form here, and I'll just show you the one that I made quickly. This is just a test one that I did, but essentially you'd have these, you'd have a form, and you can create different fields within that form in here, and then you would take the HTML code at the bottom, and you can just embed it in your website. And so that just means whenever your customers jump into your website and they're interested in getting quoted, they can fill out that form really quickly. And once they hit submit on that, it will then just import that lead into your project list. So it'll capture, their name, their last name, their email address, and their phone number as well, so you can get back to them quickly. And we also have a Help Center article on setting this up and also how to embed it in your website. So it'd be good to just, if you come into our Help Center and just type in lead capture, you should find it there as well. I think this is also like some functionality that we will be working on down the track just to improve and, have lead capture from different sources beyond your website, such as like socials and everything else as well. Thanks for the question. And yeah, I guess just to clarify, there is no cost associated with that, and there's no cost associated with anything that I've shown you guys on OpenSolar today. We're really a mission-driven company, and the goal here for us is just to accelerate solar around the world as quick as possible. And the way our co-founders Andrew Birch and Adam Pryor thought to do that was by having a free software for you guys that is nice and easy to use. Yeah, and so if you guys have any feedback as well on the software, it's, any points, things you'd like to see on there, we're always open to that. We have a really committed development team who's always working on improving the product. So, sorry, I just saw Adam's comment there. The clock's a little bit fast behind me. Good pick up there, Adam. Yeah, so if you have any other feedback about the software, then feel free to send that through to support@opensolar.com. I'd be more than happy to just relay that to our developing team as well. We're always looking to improve our functionality. Cool. Any other questions, guys? Happy to stick around for a couple more minutes. And if you have any questions for Mark as well, feel free to fire away there. Awesome. Well, I think that might wrap us up. Thanks for the kind words there, John and Adam, at the end. Appreciate all of you joining the session today. It's always great hosting these webinars, with LG. So yeah, feel free to reach out to myself or Mark, whoever it might be, after the webinar if you have any other questions. And yeah, definitely if you want to get your team trained up, then I'm the person to come and speak to. So just book in a call or just reach out to us, support@opensolar.com. Well, that's a good question there. John's just got for you, Mark. When will the NeON H be available?
It's available from this month. So,
awesome.
So really, it depends. I mean, it depends on the power class that you're after, but it is starting to become available. So more than welcome if you've got any further questions to contact me directly, but it's arriving, so that's very exciting.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Mark. Great presenting with you today, and yeah, hopefully we can do another webinar sometime soon.
Thank you very much.
Cool. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.